What are you grinning about, Michael?
So, last night we had our cowling stolen when we were provisioning at Runaway Bay. Absolutely infuriating. So there it is now, a beautiful tender, no cowling. Instead of replacing the cowling, we thought, oh, we'll just upgrade the tender a bit. Come have a look.
So that's the cowling. Gone. Upgraded. 300. Slight upgrade.
Slight upgrade. So
Something happened last night.
what do you mean?
Well, we just came out and there's a big boat tied up to the...
I know, it's like the tooth fairy. You donate, instead of donating a tooth, you donate a cowling and then you get this big.
It's literally the size of our boat. Quite, about 3 meters shorter, I think.
G'day guys, while we're in lockdown on the Gold Coast,
Before we crashed the drone.
Yeah, before we crashed the drone, we got given a Highfield Patrol 760 to try out and make a promo video.
We put together the following as a bit of a behind the scenes and look into what goes on in making a little promo video like this. Anyway, enjoy it.
Yeah. What's that behind you, Jess?
That is our toy for the weekend. Highfield's been kind enough to let us borrow their Patrol 760 for the weekend to give it a go and see how it is to spearfish out of. It's going to be such a hard job. So we're just going to load up now. We've got a high tide coming in. The water looks crystal in here. Hopefully it's like that out the front. We've had southerly all week. Should be perfect. Let's do this before we miss the tide.
We'd picked up the boat earlier in the morning and were eager to take her out for a spin and shoot some fresh fish.
How is it, Michael?
So nice. It's just like driving on a cloud.
Give it some. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's a race. Got him. How does that make you feel for a change, Michael?
95 litres per hour.
Woo-hoo.
After crushing some egos, we head offshore to test out the diveability of the boat. With a much bigger range than our usual tender, we smashed out to some new to us spots, and with a sounder on board, it didn't take us long to find the fish and for Michael to seal the deal.
He's on. Oh, nice. Bit easy to find the fish with a sounder, hey?
Oh, the sounder made all the difference. You can see the fish on the sounder. Beautiful follow away. So happy with that.
Good fish.
The purple in the head there.
Beautiful.
Bent the spear too.
With the fish on board, it was time to start the film shoot. Again, and again, and again. And then it was time from another angle. And while we were here, we might as well do the underwater cutaways as well. With rainy, overcast weather, we called it a day to wait for some sun to shoot the topside footage.
What's going on? It's wee hours of the morning, Jess.
I'm pretty tired and it's freezing this morning. It's starting to feel a bit like autumn, which is funny because it is. Go out, do a bit more diving, get a few more drone shots and stuff and see how we go. So it's meant to be sunny today, so it should be much more enjoyable being on the boat than yesterday.
After grabbing a bunch of B-roll and drone shots during magic hour, we went back for a break and to dump the footage.
Woo, big morning, pretty tired. Didn't sleep very well last night because I had one eye open the whole night, just worried about the tender. So we went out this morning and got some really nice drone shots along the beach there. It was a really good sunrise. And now we're gonna go fillet the fish, put that in the fridge, and then go back out for another afternoon dive session and filming.
The weather had put it on for us. We had crystal clear water and empty beaches. We pulled up to clean this fish, and out of nowhere, this little dog comes running up, cocks its leg, and starts weeing on the fish. After cleaning and refrigerating the fish, we head out to the beach to shoot the gearing up of the dive from the previous day that we couldn't shoot earlier due to the rain and gloomy weather. We also filmed the last few under-over shots of the patrol in action.
We're just going to send the drone up and try and get these beach shots we've been trying to get. Sun's not exactly bright, but it'll be another 2 days to get the sun right and the sun and the wind cooperating. So literally as soon as we got the drone up, that wind's come up, there is a dolphin spy hopping me, where they just stick their head up out of the water. They're all behind us. Got this guy coming to check us out. This is so cool. They're like a little family, and this guy's obviously the boss, or she. They're all around us right now. This is just so cool.
We already had the drone up, so we just left it there and put the boat out of gear. After the dolphins stopped photobombing our shoot, we got some absolutely cracking shots along the waterfront.
I'm rolling so you can stay on the right hand side of it.
More east.
More east, more east. Go, thank you.
That's a rep. I repeat, it's a rep. No hands.
No need.
Just doing a casual 25 knots in 20 knots of wind. It is so comfortable. It is like just floating on a cloud.
With everything done, we had some time to kill before we returned the patrol.
So here we are, scene of a crime. It's our cowling stolen. The water's absolutely putrid. And I'm gonna have to go looking for it again. I'm brushing off the commercial diving skills far too many times for someone on holiday. On a sabbatical.
So a lot of people were saying that it's a really strange thing to steal the cowling. So they said that what might have happened is someone might have jumped on our tender and tried to pinch it, and because we lock the whole thing down really well and the engine gets locked on, sometimes people will just rip the cowling off and throw it overboard in frustration. So we're hoping that might have been what happened. There's so much current, or there's so much tide in here, I highly doubt we're going to find it, because that thing would just be acting like a big scoop, just getting rolled around. We'd be scratched and bugged.
Unfortunately, Michael didn't find anything except half of Runaway Bay's shopping trolleys.
G'day. How are you?
Sad, Michael.
Very sad. It's been an amazing, what, it's day 4 today?
Yep, day 4.
4 days with this beast of a boat from Highfield. Just been awesome. Like, to go out spearing and just fanging around out there, doing like almost 50 knots. Yeah, it's hard to give back today. I'm really not looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Highfield, for letting us trial this boat. It's the Patrol 760. It's an absolute weapon. Gets up to 50 knots, 7.6 meters or 24 foot 11 inches, I think. Thought we'd give it a bit of a review, show you around the boat. Got this massive anchor locker at the front. Yeah, just a small hatch there to access your anchor. But that joins up to this massive storage here at the front. There's the fuel filler there into the 285 litre fuel tank. So this here is just under the actual console itself. This is massive under here. Just giant, so easy access to all the electronics at the back. You could sleep in there if you wanted. In a little fetal position. See? No worries. Little bow seat. Come down to the other side of the console here. We really love these seats. There's like the bolster seat if you want to just stand and prop yourself up while you're driving or you're really hooning it around. Or you can just put it down, sit down there, fully adjustable, sliding back and forward. Just
Luxury.
very luxurious driving around in 25 knots of wind. Just awesome. You know, standard glove box, radio, stereo, sounders, all that stuff. There's a control there. Really fun to drive. Super stable. It's got like six pontoons in it, so if you did happen to puncture one, which would be very unlikely, you've still got 5 more or whatever. You got
Depending on that.
6 pontoons of redundancy. I think it carries 12 people, this boat.
It's crazy.
15, like almost a ton and a half. It's crazy. The whole boat's about 980 dry weight without the engine, so probably about 1,200 kilos.
Yeah.
With the engine, I'd say, roughly. It's got a really deep V hull, 24-degree dead rise, so it's cuts through the chop like crazy. And surprisingly, for what shocked me was like it's a real open boat, but it's really dry. I think that those big
So
pontoons
dry.
just deflect all the waves, and it just gets up on the plane really easy because it's so light. Sorry, 5mm alley plate alloy hull. 10mm stringers, 10 and 6mm stringers.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's a tank. Like they use these for the police boats and stuff like that. So, you know,
They'd get flogged as work boats.
They get
Anything
flogged.
worked gets, yeah, as you know.
and we flogged it too, and it was good. So we've got the seats here. There's also storage under the seat. Just put those clips up, lift it up. That just leans up there.
More storage.
Another big storage compartment there.
I'd probably make that a fish box,
You could make it a nice esky.
maybe.
You could do a lot of things, I guess. They're fully customizable. So,
Yeah.
and then self-draining deck. So
That's been so good.
that's been super handy. You just throw in buckets of salt water, wash all the fish blood off. Big bungs there that just plot in like that.
And then they run through a pipe through that back locker,
that
so
just
the locker
washes-
never gets wet.
Yeah, that just washes straight up on the transom there. And then we just got the back seat or the lounge area. That's where your batteries are and all your other safety gear or whatever you want.
So that goes right back to the back transom in there.
And you can access it. There's 2 hatches on the transom as well. You could access there if you wanted.
Yep.
And those self-draining scuppers, they run through a tube. So that runs out into the transom, so this area just stays dry all the time.
Yep. It's been so nice having so much dry storage area.
Yeah, we've got a dive ladder. We didn't actually really use it much because we could just jump straight over the side. Really well thought out and just a beast of a boat. Anyway, a huge thank you to Highfield for letting us play with this over the Easter long weekend. It's just been an absolute dream to drive and spearfish out of. So yeah, hopefully they'll lend it to us again sometime. What did you think of our time with the old Patrol 760?
So good. I'm just wondering what would happen if we didn't turn up at the boat ramp.
just head out the bar and just go. Will I see you again?
With our job done here, it was time to return the patrol and go back to our relatively small, cowlingless tender.
You sad, Michael? What was that? Bit of a downgrade?
Feels so empty.
We hope you enjoyed that bit of insight into the world of content creation, guys.
Yeah, that was a really fun way to spend some of our lockdown. Yeah, it was a bit of a logistical nightmare because of lockdown and you only allowed 2 people on a boat and you had to be fishing, etc, etc. But
yeah, anyway, I think it's time we rolled the finished product.
yeah, definitely.
Cheers, guys, enjoy.
Enjoy.
funny looks, like someone's never seen a chick drive a boat before. But then I realised Mark was just sitting in the back. You enjoying your chauffeur-driven boat?